Hello and welcome to this video today, guys. Yes, my name is DanRobzProbz and I have put together a real Nether Skyblock map. Now, I actually did create this back in the beta, I don't know, maybe nearly a month ago now. And I said in the book that I made that I'm going to update this when we actually get the Nether update officially, you know, to the public, 1.16. So this is it. This is the real version now, okay? So I wanted to get this out just before the weekend so you guys could obviously play it over the weekend, that being with the new Nether stuff. Oh, I've added so much more into this and I've really thought about it, obviously because I was doing a little bit of a let's play on it. But yes, I had to end that because it became a bit too hard for myself. Anyway, so yes, what I've actually done is locked all the settings, believe it or not. So I get a lot of people asking me, or they say my maps don't work because they keep changing things. Like some, you know, this mob griefing thing, if that's off, if things don't work like my machines. I've done this on purpose, so you cannot change any settings. If you change the respawn radius, you won't spawn on your Nether Island, okay? Things like that. I've had to do this, and I've left the simulation distance on 6 chunks as well. Just, again, to help with spawning mechanisms, because obviously we've got this new despawning mechanism in the game. So, yes, by default it's set to hard, but yes, you can change that. I'll show you in a second. Multiplayer is on, again, by default as well. This is completely multiplayer friendly. For the sake of the video, though, I am turning that off just in case some people do join. And we got Nether Block resource pack and a Nether Block behavior pack. Okay, so this is a lot different. I've actually added in custom recipes as well. And I have not got on experimental gameplay. And this uses custom recipes. I did a video on this a couple of days ago. I have an iCard pop up. We don't need experimental features anymore for custom blocks, items, or recipes. So anyway, without further ado, let's hit play and show you this. I have spawned in, as you can see. We've got a nice kind of start here with a nethery kind of room. We've got crying obsidian dripping down. We've got some options here. Now, a lot of people do like this for skyblocky kind of world. So I've set it by default to false, with keep inventory. But yes, you could turn it on if you really want to. And like I said at the start, it is set to default hard. You can change this to normal, easy, or whatever you really want to. I mean, the Nether is pretty scary, but you will see easy is now active, okay? So, by default, you're in adventure in this room, so you can't do anything. And before you actually go and walk into that and actually light the portal, I would highly recommend that you read this little lectern here that I've written. I'm not going to read this on the video, but you can just scan through and pause if you really want to. And it's just explaining there's some custom recipes in this now, and it's telling you a few things about the actual map, okay? So that is pretty much that. And if you do actually just make any content on this, can you please give me credit? I've already had the original map being stolen, believe it or not, and somebody's actually re-uploaded it onto MCPE, DL, or whatever it's called, without even my permission, and they've just basically put it on there. It's very frustrating when people do that, so please, if you do, you know, make some content, please give me credit. I mean, you know, it takes a long time to do these things, and people always just steal stuff. It's so frustrating when people do that, but hey-ho. That's such as life, I guess. Anyway, so to actually light your portal, I've done this on purpose just in case sometimes I've joined this and that portal hasn't been lit. So I've made it so it's off by default. And you have to just walk into it and it will actually light it. Look, as you can see, I've just set up a little command that kind of lights the portal for you. I'll just show you that you can walk through it as well, okay? I'm not showing you it's broken or anything. It works, okay? And when you spawn in, you will spawn on your little Nether Island, okay? Now, this isn't the standard kind of Nether, I don't know what you want to call it. There's basically a lot of weirdness in this. I've given this whole massive void kind of area, it's 500 blocks apart now. It's huge. So you are either going to need to bridge out to obviously get to the normal Nether that we know and love, well, the new Nether or whatever, or like I wanted to do actually for this map is use the Strider, okay? So over in this chest over here, there is actually a saddle. Unfortunately, because of the way I've set up commands, I can't do anything here. and we will be permanently stuck in survival. Look, I can't even put cheats on. There's no way of me actually turning them off, the command blocks, to actually stop me from being in survival. Dan has gone all out on this one to stop people cheating. I hate people who cheat on this game. Anyway, yeah, so you get a saddle over there and basically some other things. And there's some blue ice in there, so you can make yourself a Basalt Generator. And there's a lava, like a tile of lava there, okay? And this tile of lava is quite important because obviously you need that to make this Basalt Generator. Basalt is not the greatest block in the world. It's quite nice to look at and stuff for building, but on a skyblock kind of world, you're going to use that to bridge out or make islands or farms or whatever. So that was my idea there. And the other thing that you could use it for is actually to get down to the lava. And like I say, grab yourself a strider. So like I say, there's a saddle in there, okay? So don't forget that. There's a couple of bone blocks there. So obviously they're quite valuable. You can use them to bone meal these fungus. And obviously you can grow these lovely new crimson trees and, you know, the warp trees. This is the only one of these here, so please make sure when you break that you keep growing it. And I highly would recommend that you get yourself a composter, okay? Without the composter, you are going to struggle because that is another way of making bone meal, and you can pretty much compost everything you can see right here. Apart from these things, I don't think you can actually pick these up anymore. I think you have to have shears, unfortunately. But don't worry, Dan's already thought about this. So this island looks like your bog standard kind of skyblocky island, I guess. We got the nylium, we got some gold. Hopefully you can see that. Possibly I could potentially break this. Yep, we've got some netherrack right here. And there's also some blackstone. And I've actually added in all of the Minecraft vanilla ores. So we've got some iron ore amongst all this. Now, the idea of that is that you get free, you know, iron ore to make a bucket, so you can transport the lava that's over there. And then, obviously, you can make some shears to actually harvest up some of this stuff, just until basically the shears break, because they're not very good with durability, but it will help you speed up things, hopefully, at the start. Another thing I would highly recommend is, let's just grab myself a crafting table here. Unfortunately, I have to kind of play it to get this stuff. There we go. Don't forget, you can use sticks as fuel. Oh no, you can still pick them up. Okay, maybe that's only a Java thing. I honestly did not test that. I honestly thought, okay. Either way, you can get some shears anyway, which is going to help you, I guess, gather up some stuff. Or you could just use it to make yourself a hoe or whatever. But anyway, I've mentioned this in the book. If you type in ore, you can actually craft up all of these different ores now, if you really want to. I've added that in. Also, the piglins will actually trade this in their bartering. I've changed their bartering quite a lot. You can also create cobblestone with blackstone and bone meal. It's not the greatest idea, but maybe some of you guys want to use smooth stone or, I don't know, slabs or something to do with crafting. That was what I was thinking. Like maybe, for example, you wanted to make a grind stone, and you obviously need a stone slab, which you can't get from, you know, blackstone. So that's kind of why I put that in there. You can also create sand as well. Again, it's in case if you wanted to have glass. That was the only reason. So it's just 2 basalt and gravel. You can actually do that one in your inventory crafting, like so. It does pop in there, and you also get 4 back for it. Now, another thing, which is probably going to be the most valuable one, is dirt. Now, you can create this using never warped blocks or the warped one. It only shows the one red one, unfortunately, but you can use the blue type from these new kind of trees or whatever. And as you can see, you need to kill a couple of piglins, a couple of skeletons, and you obviously need to get some gravel. It's going to be very tough to get gravel, though, because obviously you need to bridge out to get it. So this is going to be a very, very challenging idea map thing. And I think it could be very, very fun. Hopefully you guys like this. I've spent a very, very long time behind the scenes working on this. And yes, I did want to show you something, but unfortunately I can't because I can't get into creative. But I'll show you through this book quickly before I go. There is actually a recipe to make some water. You can actually get water in this, and it actually works as well because it's actually a block of water. It's not a bucket, it's not water bottles or anything, it's actually a block. So you can actually place that down in the nether and it'll be a red water. And what you can actually do is grow sugarcane and use it to fertilize your crops, if somehow you get crops. Yes, I've actually changed the loot table of the nether bridges as well. So in the fortresses, you know, the little chests you find, you can actually get sugarcane and a few other goodies in there. And I've actually increased the chances of getting more stuff by 2. So it actually rolls the loot table 5 times instead of 3, basically. Another thing, just before I go, these weeping vines, make sure you keep a couple of them and bone meal them, because they are a very good way of getting down to the bottom of the lava. And another thing, I just remembered quickly, campfires. Now this is absolutely huge and important on this kind of world. If, for example, you make yourself one of these, you can actually craft these with not just oak logs, you can actually use these new types of logs. It is 100% possible, and I'm going to show you that it will pop up. So I got the 3 crimson stems that were left, and look at the recipes that are popping up. A smoker, you can actually use these to create smokers if you really want to, but you can actually use it to make campfires. Now, I've put soul sand over there. If you make soul campfires, okay, you can cook only on the soul campfire, you can cook dirt and it will change to soul sand. Okay, so I've done this on purpose so you can actually constantly produce soul sand on your little island. Also, if you break these, once you've crafted it, you get yourself a piece of charcoal, and then you can obviously make torches with the charcoal, or you can make regular campfires and obviously get more charcoal. Entirely up to you, but I just wanted to mention that as well because it's very, very important that you know that, because it's a bit of a tip if you think about it in a way. But anyway, guys, I'm DanRobzProbz. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you like the real Nether Skyblock. There is actually a skyblock like this on the marketplace. I have no idea what it's like, but I imagine it's probably quite simple, as in like easy. This is not easy. This is if you're looking for a challenge. I swear this map will probably make you guys cry. It's that hard, I reckon. But hey ho, I've done a lot of testing. Hopefully it's all good. But if you got any questions, let me know below. And yeah, take care, and I shall see you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye! Have the book! And now let's do this. Oh, I haven't got them loaded up.